Can find a needle in a haystack. Still ride with that heater when it's on. I got a vision, hope I make it out this tunnel. No, I'm not expecting you to love me. Nah, I tell a lie right before I tell a promise. I don't need a cosign. Two of them, they both mine. I fuck them all at the same time. Not just a few, everybody shine. Oh no, I ain't going back to zero. Separate myself like I'm Pluto. Counting blue faces on Neptune. Maybe I'll be better earth moon. I don't need a cosign. Two of them, they both mine. I fuck them all at the same time. Not just a few, everybody shine. Oh no, I ain't going back to zero. Separate myself like I'm Pluto. Counting blue faces on Neptune. Maybe I'll be back to Earth soon. Yeah, ho ho, yeah, ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. Stop playing making beats again. Whoa, whoa, ho ho. Yeah, fell in love with the streets every time it just gets second perfect the fact I can feel when it hits. I been having my way out and fuck all these bitches. You gon' spin on they block, fuck around and get dead. Really selling dope and I can show you the road. I'm like, fuck a hoe, cause they gon' stay till you broke. If you in the way, you better know where to go. I got panic cases trying to run from the boat. I put VVS's up inside of my piece. I been walking like that, I been talking to cheese. I been letting jump, I be feeling like shit. Get the fuck around me, y'all don't really like peace. I been so loud, I just don't know what to do. Yeah, and what it cost to make them go out that cool. Yeah, and why I feel like I got something to prove. Yeah, and both the niggas cause I'm losing my cool. Yeah, I was in a Toyota, now I'm doing shows. And I thought it was over, but now I'm selling low. When I'm up in the mall, I'm cashing out on clothes. Whenever they book me, I'm breaking all the bros. I got CDs like I'm Diddy, rich like I'm Drizzy. Running around my city, they don't get to see me. I'm in my city, but I move like a ghost. Just started this good shit, I move like a pro. 1600 in my nigga for sure. Ooh, yeah, I see the money coming with my eyes closed. Ooh, and then I'm all this, through my heart is cold. Hey, hey, hey. I wonder why you never show up to my shows. Hey, I won't make them go crazy every time they see me. Them niggas, they hate me, probably wanna be me. My mama just wanna see her son on TV. I don't know all this real, I'm feeling like I'm 3. I remember back then when I was Hennessy. When I go to the club, they got my song on read. Gotta pay for a feature, I can't do no freebie. I was broke eating pizza, I was eating seats. Had to freeze up my knuckles, all you see is deep. I don't fuck with them suckers, they can barely see me. I'm always in trouble, all I take is EV. I rather them suckers hit up with that FIFI. Fell in love with the streets every time it just gets second perfect the fact I can feel when they hit. I been having my way out and fuck all these bitches. Fucking on they block, fuck around and get killed. Really selling up and I can show you the road. I'm like, fuck a hoe, cause they gon' stay till you broke. If you in the way, you better know where to go. I got plenty cases tryna run from the book. Headshot, you know them niggas be wildin'. Ooh, he dead, now they scared now. You never catch them smiling. Yeah, got the streets up in the headlock. We gotta run out this money. Yeah, I'm tryna beat the feds now. They tryna take all my brothers. Ooh, 6 feet under. They got that bomb on my
is falling. The fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Washington football team. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 2nd and 1, Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Eluding the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jackson. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a 1-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, You got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Dobbins, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They go play action with Jackson. The quick slant caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there for Washington. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. look to throw. He'll buy some time right. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. A nice little juke. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Jackson from the shotgun. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Bud Dupree coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pitch.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Taylor's got the first down and more. And finally taken down at the 34.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Running left, Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense, because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that wound up traveling an even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Remember, on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown, and here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there.
And the Washington first down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 17. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. The point after is good, and that will tie our game here in the third. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And Jackson throwing once more. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now this time he'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. Taylor's got the 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jackson on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Play action. It's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he is all the way up past the 25.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. The 20. Touchdown, Washington.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Pulls it in at the 13. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Dobbins with it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Jackson.
Flush, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And the Washington 1st down.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Washington, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against